jobs because you have colleges and universities there. And I know about Andhra Pradesh. We are turning out about 500,000 engineers here. And the issue there is that these engineers, many of them are mechanical engineers. You give them job, they can do it. If you don't give them job, they know, I think, mechanical engineering, they can produce guns. It's how, they become Naxalites. It's a very, very serious issue. And all of you will agree, I think we have very eminent economists. I personally feel that if you give job to one person in a family, destiny of that family changes and he joins the mainstream. So we are going around issues and issues, but certainly I think we are not highlighting and we are not saying this is the focal point of all the issues. And I think employment is a very, very, very key issue. And there again, I think this high touch is increasing, I think, rural-urban gap. If some people, they are living in rural areas, they have not committed a crime. You have to find a solution for them. How can you keep them apart? Everything is happening in the cities, and employment, in rural areas is just not there, I think. They have been doing something here and there. I think your statistics, they show. And we have the problems, I think, of health, I think. And I think we have eminent economists here. And what I think we have been told as a student is that I think during the last 8, 10 or 15 years, including I think the present times, we have thrown the health issues to the winds. We think that all Indians are healthy, but that's not the case, as you have been telling. And Dr. Agarwal was very right. We have been seeing that our youngsters, they are facing the problem of burnout. At 35, 40, they have become old. They are not able to stand. They have all kinds of diseases. You only mentioned a few. But can we say that we are having a diseased India now? If we don't take up this very seriously, I don't think where we can we go. And also educational policy, we are coming out, I think, with different kind of courses. But I think, again, we have very eminent economists here. You understand one thing very clearly, that your educational policies are depriving people in rural areas of their due claim. Because the kind of courses that we are coming, the kind of mathematics we want to teach, the kind of science that we want to teach, the kind of geography we want to teach, we don't have teachers in rural areas to teach them. The result is that those who live in cities, they only can make to administrative services, they only can make to universities, they only can make to government. And I don't think we can talk of 2 Indias, 3 Indias, how many Indias we talk about. I don't think we can leave rural people out, I think, that way. I think that will be that will not be the kind of justice, I think, that we should be giving to them. And I think very rightly, I think, as you told, Anand told, I think the real issue is rural in urban and urban in rural. And the two, I think, have to go together, like what Caesar's crisis was there in Russia. And these are the two blades, I think, of this. And if they don't function well, it will always be there. I don't think we can omit one for the other. If we do that, we are going to commit a serious mistake, I think. And what I think, Marx told, I think, on those people told, there will be revolution, I think. At the village level, I think we'll have problems, I think, because people who don't have, certainly they will stand up. Now education spread is there. We have IT there. They'll spread up and they'll ask for, their rights, I think. I think so. Urbanization is a very, very important issue. Urbanization can act as an engine, I think, but you understand that we have coaches also. If you leave coaches out, then what kind of speed, that urbanization or that engine, gives to this country? What will happen to us? I don't think we can leave, I think, people out who are in the last coach, LV we call last vehicle. Can we leave them out? I think that's the issue. We have eminent, administrators here, but what he told, I think, Dr. Mohanty, that's a very interesting issue. And we have Professor Srivastav also here. The question is that are you creating capability or capacity? That is a very, very important issue. And let me tell you, we have our colleagues in IAS, we have our colleagues in teaching, we have colleagues everywhere, but let me tell you very frankly, when you talk of capability and the capacity, our numbers are increasing. But let me tell you, I think the quality, I think, is a big issue. And we are becoming, by every day, we are becoming more and more deficient there. We don't have the kind of grit and determination, the kind of, understanding we should have, of the issue. So, and then corruption also comes there. I think when you talk about urbanization, and as you told, I think 1 lakh becomes 46,000 crore. That's an important issue, where the money goes. That is one kind of corruption. Then 46,000 crore is the figure that you talked about. But how much of that reaches actually, I think, in the bus system? How much of that actually goes in the sewerage system? How much of that goes, I think, in this, the system of distribution of power? I think they are very, very important issues. How much of that goes into different kind of education systems? Because what has happened is that we have created universities and all that, and you find, I think, access to education is becoming very, very difficult. We have to solve, I think, these issues. Unless we solve, I don't think urbanization, I'll say, is a tree which can give us some fruits. But we are not putting sufficient water into it. And therefore, I think the fruits which are coming, they are not completely ripe, and we can't eat them well. And number of fruits which should be there, I think, on that tree, they are just not there. But I am sure, I think, the kind of discussion we have, we are very eminent. I must, and on behalf of our chairperson.
They will like to respond to some of the questions.
Yes, I think we request Dr. Rathod to respond.
Thank
Continue, sir.
I think there was no question raised to me.
I thought that there's no
I
time.
think already.
Alak doesn't want debate on those issues, so let's forget about it.
Not, not.
As we have Delhi Policy Group, where Dr. Kundu is there.
In the name of that, I will have
There is
closed.
bigger also in which we can discuss.
So I only have to thank you once again, all of you, Professor Kundu, Professor Atal, Professor Agarwal, Professor Srivastava, Professor Manti, Professor Sharma, Professor Marikanti. It has been really a treat, intellectually very stimulating discussion, and I may repeat what I said earlier, this is one of the best I've heard recent times on urbanization. Thank you very much.
This is just the start, but there is very good food waiting for you.
And
Just the beginning.
may I just take this opportunity to thank the chair and the co-chair, all the panelists, very eminent for all the discussions. Thank you so much.